Hey everybody, I'm back. Adepticon was great. Won't talk to you about Adepticon. I got to talk to you about some new stuff I've been working on. So I've gotten pretty heavy into the Old West terrain. Started playing Wild West Exodus and starting to like the game, and was while at Adepticon I ended up setting up a table for the Wild West Exodus event. And in talking to the guys, we found that the terrain was a little bit oversized. So I went back and basically rescaled the entire line. And as part of that rescale, a lot of new stuff came out. So this time around, we're probably gonna have to split this up into like 6 or 7 different videos with the way that it's looking. There's just that much stuff and that many changes. We're gonna start off with one of the feature buildings. And that's what this one is you're seeing now. Now I apologize for the lights being in the shot. It has to do with the size of it. The table this is on is 2.5 feet square, and it pretty much fills it. So this kit is one of those. This is definitely a feature kit. It's actually made up of 4 buildings that are assembled together. So you have the outbuildings. Whoops. Which are these 2 sides, so they come off, so you'd have a little outbuilding like this. It's kind of nice. There's another one on the other side, so it actually is 2 of them. And what I did for these, to add a little bit more to them, and I'll see if I can get that in there, I went for kind of a patchwork metal texture for the top of these, just to give a little bit more detail to them, something that would be kind of neat. But so there are 2 little stable type buildings. There is a rear workshop building, which again, and I hate this because I had to bring everything. Actually, let's bring this a little closer, so hopefully we can get stuff lit so you can see it. There we go. A little bit better. So there's the workshop building again with the textured top, inside your door. So, and even though I didn't show you on the other one, I'll show you on this one as far as scale on it. So let me tilt this down some. This is a Wild West Exodus fig. So the scaling on it is actually pretty good. As far as height-wise, there's plenty of room that you can get your hand in there, but they also, like if I can, let's see if I can get the camera down low enough, and I probably can't. But it is the right scale for the doors so that all the figs will fit. You know, in case of the windows, I actually made the windows on this one slightly taller, just so you can make sure that you got a good view inside of them. So that's that one. So we did the 2 side buildings, and then we get to the big building. This is the main livery stable. I'm going to set the camera back up. Hold it back up a little. Yeah, right. There we go. I'm trying to get the light out of the shot, so bear with me for a second. So this is the livery stable. If I you can see that the main doors are pretty big, and I'll try and move that out of the way a little so we can get a little bit better. There we go, a little bit better contrast. So we've got 2 big sliding doors at the front. Just slide open. So you've got a ton of room. I mean, that's a fairly big opening for the building. And you can kind of see that there's something on the inside, but there's just not enough light to really tell. That's okay. We'll get to it. There's also two upper doors, which open. Again, they're the scaled to fit the figs, so you've got a decent size opening. But let's go ahead and remove the roof. You notice there's a little bit more to see now when we remove the roof. So there's a platform on the inside that figures can sit on. And I'm going to bring the camera up so we can look down inside of this thing. Alright, here we go. Bring this forward a little. Make it a little easier for you to see. So there's a platform on the inside with a little ladder for figs, and again, it's just to add a little bit more detail. The platform is at the same height as the front doors, like it would be in a real barn. Turn this a little bit, so see if you can get a better view of it there. There we go. I left the main front section open, so that it goes all the way to the floor. So if you were looking at an Old West barn, normally what they would do, they wouldn't do the entire floor in wood because you had horses and those kind of things. So they just leave it open, they put straw down, and that would be it. So that covers that part of it. There are additional doors at the back, same as they were at the front. So it would be like most real barns would have. Then there's a mezzanine level, which, again, size for the figs. So you've got a nice size there. I'll try and bring this down or zoom in a little. Let's see if that makes a difference. It's a pretty big building, so it's a little tough to get it all in the camera. May have to work on my camera selection for this one. And again, the railings are at a nice height for the figs. Staircase is big enough so that you can actually set figures on the stairs, and the lip of the base will hold them in place, which is kind of nice. But the staircase level actually comes out, so it's its own separate piece. So then you also have the lower level, in which case you can put stuff in. And again, it's fully textured. It's got a plank texture, same as the rest of the building. So that piece is all good. But this is really, I mean, it's a pretty big building. This is, for Rock Ridge, this will be what I'm calling one of the feature buildings. And that it's a building kit that you're really not going to need like 6 or 7 of. You're only going to need maybe 1, 2 at the most. So it's a little bit, it's got a little bit more to it than what most buildings out there would have. Roof obviously is removable. This one is going to be available as one big monster kit or as all the separate parts. So if you needed just the main building, you can get just the main building, or you can get the 2 outbuildings by themselves in any combinations. So it's going to be a fairly neat kit. We'll come back down here to show you some of the doors. So the height on the doors again, oops, let's move this one over to this one. There we go. Height on the doors again is perfect for the figs, so they actually look like they're in proportion. It's just a nice little kit. You know, I included doors on all 4 sides, as it would be if it were a real building, because you'd want people to be able to get in and out from multiple locations. You know, same thing here where you'd have another door. And the doors are designed so that when you put the side buildings on, they don't cover them. So that way it doesn't break the... I'll try and get the camera down. I apologize if we're going to bounce around a little. But you can see that the doors aren't covered when you put the side buildings on, which is a nice little extra. The spacing on these is tall enough for a standard size fig and even some of the larger figs. The main opening, for Wild West Exodus people, will actually fit some of the big ironclads. So some of the larger vehicles will actually fit through these. I think it's 4 inches, I want to say, is the spacing on it. So we'll turn this back around because there's too much stuff over there and you guys had to hear me talk and not explain stuff, or show you stuff. So this opening is almost 4 inches, I think, maybe even taller. Let's find out. My ruler. Yep, it's about 4 inches on the inside of that one. So plenty of room to fit a lot of different things in there. You could actually have models drive through, which is kind of neat. But that's the livery stable. Pretty cool kit. There'll be pictures up on the website as we get closer and closer to launch on this one. Just a lot to show. So take care. I'm going to go ahead and end this video and get set up for the next one because I got a bunch more to record. Take care.